Art students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back again with another video. And this one is going to be about obliques because one of you fellow art students asked me to explain about the obliques because I always talk about the obliques or the love handles. I just didn't know the name at first, but then I had to actually find out what the actual name is because I'm drawing it all the time. So we're going to talk about the obliques. Basically, it's just a quick rough about the obliques. I'm not a doctor. I didn't take sports medicine and all that, so I don't know all the terms and so forth. I just know what I draw, and I know enough to show you what we're dealing with, or what you will be dealing with. So let me get my red pencil, and we can go from there. Okay, your obliques, aka your love handles, are just muscles that connect to your side. Okay, we have your rough skeleton here. So your obliques are really small muscles that's just going to connect. Now they connect to this little part, your rib cage, not all the way, just up maybe like 3 or 4 ribs. They come down and they connect to this bone here. And they go along the side and they come down and then they just like this. And it actually goes in. It goes in a little bit. That's why I say when you draw your stomach muscles, you come in. You draw your stomach muscles in like this. Not too far in, but it doesn't go straight down because of your obliques. So same thing, it's going to, remember, it's going to connect to these, come in, going to go around here and go down, and it kind of like just sits, it's attached to this part of the bone. So when you get too fat, it droops over like that, just droops over to like that. And you don't want that on your character unless he's just a large character. I had a guy who would send me his stuff. I was kind of mentoring him, and he would always do these. They would stick out like that, and I got on. He'd send me his stuff. I would print it out. I would draw corrections and say, okay, do this, don't do this. And I kept telling him about his obliques. He was really good, except for he kept getting fat obliques, and I told him don't do that, and he got mad, and he just never continued. So some artists can't take criticism. So, yeah, not my problem. I'll try to help you, but if you don't want to listen, not my problem. Okay, so these are your obliques right here. Just the muscles right here. Connects to this part and connects to that part. And then they help you, it helps you with your breathing and your pulling, your rotating, your bending, because you have your ab muscles there as well. So this is more in line with what I would be drawing. You have your upside down house. You have this, you have your tunnel here. So again, I don't draw them up here. I do my line for my muscles, but just know that it rides here. Now, a lot of people, I do it from here and here when you're drawing. If you're not drawing, if you're drawing something with clothes on, you don't really worry about it too much. If not, yeah, if not. So what I usually do is just this, the tunic hand, or you can imagine it as a large belt. So it starts at the ends of these and ends right there. That's all you have to do. And then I'll just do this. I'll just kind of make that little triangle here and here, even though it does go up, but my abs are going to be right here. So I don't worry about making this thing so precise to bring it all the way up 2 or 3 ribs like that. So you have this and that. And we'll get into more of the drawing part in a second. Now from the side, this is what you have from the side. This is your rib cage. This is your rib cage from the side. You have, it goes up, comes down, and it's like this. It's kind of like a half a triangle. And I really, as I say, in my drawings, I don't take it all the way up. I just kind of touch right here and come back down, because to me, this is more important than this. A lot of artists that I've seen, and I'll show you this again, they'll do this. Well, especially in comics, they'll do this part right here, and then they'll just have it straight to attach to that. They don't try to draw it. It's not necessary, but when I learned how to draw, when I taught myself how to draw, I needed to know where the hip ended, and the waist started. So I just started doing that myself, and it's like part of my habit of drawing now. So it's going to go like this, and you're going to have back muscle here. This is not going to go far. It's not going to go very far back on the back to the back. Because you have your lats. Actually, your lats come down and back there. So again, it's going to be attached here, and it's going to be attached here. And this is actually the shape that your hip and your leg will take that, because your abs, your crotch is going to come out and up like that, and then you're going to have your ab muscles here. Remember, this comes out. This is going to like that, and then you have your ab muscles here, and then that muscle there. So, and I did that. I did this to show you this. I did this to show you this. This is actually how your hip and your leg muscles actually go. You're gonna have your hip, your legs are like this. On the toys, most toys, the legs are gonna be just like this. They just cut the legs off like that. And when we grow up using toys and stuff for reference, this is kind of how we do, and we leave this kind of in a blank-ish, like a blank space. Like, here's my leg right here. Here's my leg right here, and I just fill in the blank somehow without really knowing exactly how that's supposed to work. So even when you have your, let's just say, the underwear on, this is going to be that cut right across that leg. Where that leg bends, up, you have that crease in your leg. So, and because it comes in, this is why you have this come in, the crotch is shaped that way, because of the way the legs are attached to the hips. So it's easier just to do this upside down house, as I call it, because it just encompasses it all in one. And it's just easier because, as I said, I taught myself to draw. So I looked at everything as a shape. I knew how to draw shapes. So I said, okay, this is close to this shape. This is close to that shape. And I put these shapes together, which I will show you when I finish this real quick. So this is your back. This is the back of your back of your drawing. This is your buttocks, okay? This is your little Christmas tree part. Your lats are gonna come down like this and all the way down, leaving a very little bit of room for your obliques right here. And that's all you're gonna see from the back. Remember, it's gonna sit right here. It's gonna sit on this bone here. So unless you're trying to make your character fat, it's not gonna droop out like that. And as I say, a lot of artists just do straight line, just do a straight line like that. But this is all you're gonna see from the back, because it doesn't go all the way around the back. It's just for your sides. That's it. So, as I was saying, when I started drawing, I'll go with blue. I don't know, I'm favoring blue now. I started with my oval, because that's what the rib cage looked like to me. It was just this oval here, and then there was a space here, and there was a space here. Now this part is bone, this part is bone, this part is not, so this is what moves. So I started doing that, and I said, when I started, I didn't understand what this was, but I know it was the fleshy part that moves. So I just did this, my tuna can, which, as I said, I might have been eating tuna sandwich. I might have made a tuna sandwich, and the can, just I don't know. So, and then this, of course, was the upside down house, or home plate for those who play baseball. And that was how I started it. And then just cut down the center. This is your center line. The chest is halfway, a little opening for the mountain or the tunnel, whichever one you choose. And then I knew that there was something down here, because this came in, and I would see this on a lot of photos of people. It was just like this little fat that came down and it went in like that. So that's how I started drawing, until I started kind of studying more and seeing how things work. But by that time, I had that habit. It was solidified for me to draw this way, and it works. So I didn't really change it. I mean, I could look at it more, or I could study more and say, okay, I need to tweak this a little bit and tweak that a little bit, but it's my style, it works, and it's kind of hard to change in the middle of your life or near the end of your life. So, okay, doing this, let's just say how it works. Here's my oval. I'm going to turn it this way. Remember, this only just turns right and left and up and down. It's not going to bend or whatever. This is the only part that bends. So if I have this collarbone, which I didn't put there, bottom of my chest, here's my tunnel, my mountain. So my obliques are going to stretch on one side, and it's just kind of like a half a triangle, and it's going to pinch on the other side. So this is going to be here. Remember, get rid of this because this part is going to turn. So if I put my house, upside down house right here, following that turn line, this one's going to stretch. This one's going to pinch like right here in the middle. I'll do my red so you guys can see a little better. So of course this is going to stretch like I said. This is not supposed to be red. It's supposed to stay blue. This is not going to change. Any of this is not going to change. It's going to stay rigid. So remember, it connects to the inside of the ribs, but I just do the outside. Inside of the ribs, down, and connects on that bone right here. So it's going to stretch. It's going to connect here. This bone is here. It's going to be like that. And this one's going to come and pinch like that. So whenever you're doing your character or a character and he's twisting, you just got to have that little piece right there that pinches. And of course, as I say, it comes in. Let's just say this is my abs. Like that, and then you have the big two like that, and you have your hips because your legs go this way. Like that, and again you have your creases in your leg. Creases, not in your leg, your crotch, where your legs go. Like that. And again, as I say, a lot of comic artists, just to do it quickly, they'll have this, they have the rib cage, and then they'll just line, one long line, one short line, like that. And then, you know, however else they'll put the rest of the body, rest of the parts of the body. And then they cover it up with, you know, whatever, just knowing that, well, it could be down, it could be going forward. Just remember, all of this is round. All of this is going to be round. I'm going to do a light and shadow on shapes video. I thought about this earlier, so I'm going to do that. And it'll probably help you doing your shadowing when you're on your figure. So that probably clear a lot of stuff up. So yeah, just remember, like I said, a lot of people do this like that. And if you're dressing, if you're putting a belt and so forth and so on, you don't really have to worry about every muscle. Something else I tell people, don't worry about trying to get every muscle right. If I'm going to put a shirt or something on him to cover him up. So, and a pull in your clothes, always go towards the part you're leaning to. Yeah, so if I'm putting clothes on this character, I'm not going to have to worry about how the obliques go or what they connect to, because I'm covering it up. So fear not. Yeah. 15 minutes, short and sweet on the obliques. Hopefully now you understand a little bit more. And as I said, this was one person asked for this, so this is why I'm doing this for that person. So I don't know. I'm just drawing something. You know, my standard, and I talked about this in the last video. Muscle memory, you tend to do that same position over and over. You tend to draw that same type of shape of face or that same shape of hand because you're used to drawing it. But I'm trying to something different because of the obliques. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go this way. I have no idea what position I'm doing. I'm just doing it just to show you guys the oblique, I guess. Not I guess, I am. Okay, this is going this way. It's going to go down. He's twisting. The delt is going to be here. Another delt is going to be there. And the head is going to be looking, let's make him look this way. So my neck is going to be here in that V. He's going to be looking this way. Maybe he pulled his gun out. He's like a, I don't know, cowboy type of thing. Draw a hand holding a gun, Brian. Better. Of course, I can't have, you know, your regular gun. You know, I'm science fiction. You know, I was born to it. Not going to detail this. Not going to ink it. It was just about the twist and the obliques. So my chest, curve around like this. Your lats are going to be down here. And then you could have another gun. Because he's the sci-fi hero. See, now I'm trying to make it better by doing whatever. But no, I'm not trying to make it better by whatever. So, okay, you got this. We've got the opening, because this is what I was supposed to be dealing with. And you got your obliques, which are right here. That's going to come down. He's not going to be fat, so I'm going to bring it down. It's going to pull around, curve around, and go down into that crotch. So these are your obliques. So right here, you have this little triangle here because it's going to come down, connect here, and it connects on the ribs, remember? And it goes in. So it's going to go in and then there, like that. In blue, here's my oblique. Here's my other one. Actually, it's going to curve in like this because it's connected here and here. But for me, I do this. I have this right there, and my obliques just follow that line and come off right here because that's just me. But they are attached. And these are your external obliques because you have your internal obliques, which are the muscles inside. These are your external, these are your internal, the muscles in behind your external obliques. But since you'll never draw those or never see those, we don't worry about that. So this one would be pinched in, which you can see is shorter, but because it's faced to the side, you won't see it. And of course you have your stomach because he's bent over, it's gonna go in like this and then back out like that. And you can have your abs in there, but this guy would definitely be dressed because he's got guns, so he's going to have a space cowboy suit on. So just remember how that works. And then a lot of times you don't want it too far. You don't want it too far in. Looking at it again, you don't want it. You still want to see the abs. You don't want the oblique too far. And a lot of times I'll do this black because your obliques are right here, but I'll just have more shadow right in there for your stomach. And that's just me because I do my obliques this way and not bringing it down from up there, which is actually how the body actually is. So I'll just do this like that, like that. Bring this in a little bit more if I have to, and this would be black, and you won't see the black on the other side. And of course, this goes down into the crotch. If we have the pinch point, as we say, your hips are here, and then your legs start here, hips here, legs go there. So that is going to be it when drawing your obliques. And since he's bending, you're going to see this is going to go around that collarbone. And, you know, don't you love how I just continue the lessons? Like that, chest there, arms there. All right, so I'll keep drawing this, and I'll continue to mess around and play around in this video. It'll be like 99 minutes and 22 seconds. So that's going to be it for the obliques. Hopefully that you did understand that. It's just a simple thing. Just draw. Where's my thing? It's just easier to draw the. Where is that thing? I know I drew it. Draw the. This. Draw your 3 shapes. 1, 2. Just imagine this is a big belt and an upside down house. Okay. Center line is your triangle. Triangle. Come in. Come in. Where you come in at, like this and this, it's your obliques. That's it. I can give you a million more pointers, but I'm not. I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to say my always saying, if you're not having fun doing it, then it's not fun to do. All right, keep drawing. That's the only way you're going to get better. Muscle memory. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm not going to say, yeah, you need to subscribe. Just consider it if you're liking this stuff. That way, my subscriptions will go up, and I'll see that people are enjoying, and I will continue to keep putting out videos. All right, see you guys in the next video later. Take care of yourselves.